What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a What's in My Camera Bag 2022 edition. So let's get into it. We'll start with talking about the bag itself. This is the Peter McKinnon and Nomatic collaboration bag. So this is the 35-liter one. I believe they also came out with a 25-liter one. Just talking about the bag real quick. You got a few pockets up here. Put snacks, you can put your keys and stuff in that. Nothing really on the bottom, just a grab handle. On this side here, you have a little access panel if you want to get to your camera. On the right side here, we have a little water bottle pocket. Also, you can put your tripod legs in this pocket. Little magnetic closure, and then up here is just a little lock. So I do use my tripod in here, and then you just kind of lock down the head with this. I do wish on this side that they would put another water bottle pocket. I found that having side access to the camera is not really as useful as it kind of seems in practice. So sounds like a great idea. I would rather have two water bottles, because then I can have my tripod on one side, water bottle on the other. And then on the back here, we have the Peak Design camera clip. Love this. It does have a pass-through, so if you are going to use this with luggage, it's nice having like a little luggage pass-through. Super comfy shoulder straps. Overall, really like the bag. It's very rugged. It's kind of like a nylon neoprene material. One of the most important aspects of a bag, in my opinion, is this, having the camera side on the back. So I like this for two reasons. The first reason is having it on the back is just more secure. So if you're in airports, if you're walking around like the city, it's less likely that somebody can just unzip your bag from the back and take your camera and stuff out of it. And then the other thing is, if you notice, there's a good amount of dirt and everything else on the back or on the front here. And that is because anytime I put my bag down, it's gonna be like this, so I can get to my camera stuff. And then the front side of the bag stays dirty, and this back side, which is up against your back, stays nice and clean, so you're not constantly putting dirt on your clothes. Something really nice, and I probably would not recommend or buy a bag that opened from the front. And then the only other thing in this bag here is just my MacBook. So this is a MacBook Air. I think this is a 2013. I bought it for like a couple $100, like dirt cheap. And I just use it for offloading footage, stuff like that. So don't really edit off of this, but it is nice to have just to offload footage if I'm out on the road. And so that just stays in that. And now here we have the bag itself. So this empty portion here of the bag, this is where my R6 would go, and then the 15 to 35 lens. And I think we'll just start from the top, work our way down. First up here in the top is my DJI Mavic Pro. So this is the original one. I've had this for probably 3 years, almost 4 years now. Still a great drone. It's nice to have when you need it, but I have been eyeing up I think it's the DJI Mavic Mini 3 Pro, and that might be the drone that replaces this. So this just chills in the top of the bag here. And then the second slot is GoPro accessories, and I have a PJI Tech Mantis Pro in here. So in the GoPro case, we just have a few GoPro accessories. So we have the charging cable up top, just a standard GoPro mount, a sticky mount, a bite mount, which is probably one of my favorite ways to get POV shots. So you just put that in your mouth, bite down, attach your GoPro here. It gives you a really cool POV angle. And then the last thing in here, my GoPro is actually filming right here. Otherwise it would be chilling in here as well. And then I just have one of these GoPro, they're like extendable handle arm guys. And then this is kind of cool. So there is a second version out right now. This is the original. You can take this arm off if you'd like, and then you can just attach your GoPro directly here, and that gives you a little stick mount. Or you can unscrew the bottom here, and this gives you a little tripod. So if you want to set your GoPro up, you can set it up like that. Or if you want an even smaller tripod, you can pull this out, and then you have a really small tripod that you can hook the GoPro directly to. So I bought this, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago. It's just an overall a nice GoPro accessory. And so this is pretty much my GoPro storage, and the GoPro would just chill in here. I use a GoPro Hero 10, and that is pretty much, it lives in a little hard case right here. And then this bottom tripod here, this is the PJIY Tech Mantis Pro. And this I use with my Canon R6, so this is just a nice way to get some handheld shots. The legs kind of come out like this. I guess that's an easier way to see it. So it just chills like that. And this also has a little hook. So if you are, you know, somewhere with like a fence or a doorway or just anything that you want to hook this to, you can just hook this around this, and there you go. Camera sits here. That's nice for time lapses, stuff like that. And then also in the base of this tripod is a little phone holder. So this is just a little extendable phone holder that just attaches up here. You can put your phone onto it. So it's nice. It's very small, very compact, but it has, you know, many different uses, and that's what I like about this tripod over other like small tripods. And it does support an R6 with the 15 to 35. So great little guy. He just chills down here, and the GoPro stuff goes on top. In this next compartment, we have, I think this is like a 5-foot USB-C cable. So the GoPro is USB-C, the R6 is USB-C, this backup LaCie drive is USB-C. So I just keep a nice little braided cable in here. And then this is a 5 terabyte LaCie drive. I showed you my MacBook Air. So anytime I'm out on the road doing shoots, I'll basically shoot all day. And then the MacBook Air has an SD card slot built in. Take the R6 footage or the Mavic Pro footage or the GoPro footage, offload it directly to the computer, and then just put a duplicate on this drive. So I have 2 copies, and that just kind of lives right here in the bag. This next item, I've talked about this before. This is my Case Wolverine magnetic filters. And so in here we have circular polarizer, a 3-stop, a 6-stop, 10-stop, and just a cleaning cloth. So I have the magnetic ring on the front of my R6, and then all these filters just magnetically attached to that. And then this just lives down in there. Over here we have the DJI Mavic Pro's controller and 2 spare batteries. So these just live in this pocket. Pretty simple. And then here we have a rain cover. This bag, for the most part, is pretty waterproof. I mean, there's rubber around like the zippers. The nylon is fairly waterproof, but I do like having a rain cover just in case like I really get stuck out in a storm or something. Have something like this to protect my gear. So that just chills in there, doesn't take up a lot of space. I also just store my lens caps in here. I always take, anytime I use my lens caps and I have them off, I always connect the body cap with the actual lens cap, and then this just helps me from losing them, and that just chills in with the rain cover. I have a, this is the RF50 f1.8, and it just kind of hangs out in here. This side slot is the Canon charger and an extra battery for the Canon. And so this just tucks away very nicely right here. Down here at the bottom we have a Peak Design camera strap. So I do have the Peak Design quick releases on my camera, and so this strap is nice. I don't really use camera straps a ton, but it is nice to have when I do need it. I also keep a silica gel in here just for whenever I take my camera and I throw it in here. If there's any moisture on the camera or somewhere, this will help keep that moisture down. And then this is just another like kind of strap that you can snap to any part of this bag. You'll see on this bag you'll have a lot of these different, you know, kind of hooks here, and this will just attach there, and then you can attach stuff directly to the bag. So I just have an extra one of these. I use one for the tripod, and then I just have a spare in case I want to strap something to the bag. All right, now looking at our mesh pockets, this top one, we have two different microfibers. So we have a small Polar Pro one, and then a much bigger one if I need it. I don't really like to use microfibers on lenses unless I absolutely have to, because the less you touch your lens, the better. But I do have them. It's better than using a shirt or something like that. And they just live up here. This is ND filters for the drone. So these are Polar Pro's ND Vivids. And so these do add a little bit of saturation and contrast to the image. And I've found that they work really nice with the Mavic Pro and give me a pretty decent image. And then I also have a SanDisk Extreme 64 gig. This is just a backup. It's not the fastest memory card, but I like having a memory card in here in case I need one. And moving down to the last little zipper slot here, we have, this is just a set of extra props for the drone. And then I have two little Peak Design bags. And then in here, I just have everything from, you know, some Allen keys, some extra tripod screws. I have some Peak Design like little camera, what do they call these? Peak Design anchors. So a few of those in here. I found these bags to just be kind of handy, just an easy way of keeping tools and extra bits and bobs. And the same thing over here, I have some extra screws for the capture plate, and these two bags just chill down here, and we put the drone props just go down in here. And that's really it. And then what usually does live in this bag but isn't here right now is the Rode NTG mic, which is right up here, and using this to capture audio right now. That usually lives in here with the camera. Obviously the R6 and the RF15 to 35 go in here. But for the most part, this is what lives in my camera bag. I would say with the camera, this is probably about 10 pounds altogether. So it's not a super heavy kit. It's definitely, you can have this on your back all day, and at least for me, it's not gonna wear me down and give me pretty much everything I need to make the videos that I wanna make. And so I hope you guys found this helpful. If there's something that you like and keep in your camera bag that you think that I should add to mine, please leave that in a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.